And so that's what I'm going to do. And if I don't find any more, I'll see you back at the main base station. Alright, the trip was quite uneventful, and we arrived back at the main base without incident, except for running into one zombie on the track, and he stopped the cart by impacting on it temporarily, but he didn't survive long, so I don't mind. Let's see, we need a sign. And let's go label this new track. All right. There. Now we're all properly labeled. I'm going to have to label the rest of these with the track numbers and so on, make them look a little bit more professional like this one does. But that'll do. And at some point, I'm going to have to do something about lighting up all of these tracks between the powered rail sections to prevent stuff from spawning on those tracks. And I'm thinking one way to do it, it'd be, instead of just going along and dropping torches every now and then, would be to put a couple of pieces of glowstone along the track just to provide enough light so that nothing's going to spawn in there. About two pieces, half, 1/3 and 2/3 of the way between the powered rail sections. I don't know. I have to think about that. And in the meantime, I'm also thinking about something else. Another project that will be something I'm going to want to do sometime in the future. And that involves up here, the 3rd floor of this office and condo complex. Now the 1st floor is basically lobby and miscellaneous stuff. The 2nd floor is the rail station. The 3rd floor, I'm thinking to have a enchantment room, a brewing room, and then devote the rest of this floor to a warehouse where the massive main supply of most goods in the empire will be stored here. The bulk of everything, the bulk of all the diamonds and the armor and various brewing ingredients and blocks of various types and so on. Just about anything I would want to have on hand. I want to have at least a chest or two of it stored here in a warehouse. And I'm thinking I need to get onto that sometime soon, but first I want to get some more progress on this ice castle. So I'm going to head back there, although first I'm going to go down here and sleep till day and eliminate the storm lag. Ah, yes. And the storm quiets down with the beginning of a new day, and that's so much easier to deal with. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, let's bring these along. There's not much of them there, but they'll be useful. Okay, I'm going to ride this thing all the way out to the ice castle. give it one more test, so to speak. And while I probably will speed this up, I am going to let the whole thing run, just so that everybody can get a look at the whole route, the scenery along the way. It is actually a pretty decent trip. And here we are. The one downside of using minecart tracks, at least on my computer, is that I end up moving just a little bit faster than the terrain loads as far as being visible and whatnot. Alright, and now the track is working and so on. I'm not going to worry about putting a building around it just yet. I suppose I should, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Alright, I've got a little bit done here. I got the roof finished, and I've got some of the storage chests in place. And I'm going to see about doing something about the brewing area here. Now, the way it's going to work is that I'm going to be standing here, and I'm going to have brewing stands on planks around the thing. Okay, let's see. I have made up a bunch of brewing stands here, so let's go ahead and put these things in. This way I should be able to mass produce whatever it is I'm making. Just from this one spot. And let's see, let's just put these other two over here. Okay, looks like we're in business. Alright, reach them all from standing right here. And the water spring is handy for filling water bottles and so on. Let's see. And there's the water bottles. I'm going to have to put signs to label what these chests have in them, because there are quite a few ingredients and so on, so that will be a necessary thing. I've got the basics here. Netherwort here, and sugar cane and sugar over there in the corner. See, this one is blaze rods and magma cream and blaze powder, and spider eyes and fermented spider eye will be here. Probably have mushroom in there too, brown mushroom, because that's needed for making fermented spider eyes. Redstone, I'll have to fill this up with redstone. And gold nuggets, so on. There's a bunch of things. One of the things that I'm going to be needing, however, is melon, with which to make glistering melon, which is a ingredient in, I believe it's healing potions and also potions of harm. But the thing is, I thought that at some point I had actually made up built a melon farm, but I've looked around a bit and I don't actually have one. I thought that I did, but I don't believe I do, actually. So now I'm going to need to find the melon seeds. I know I have found melon seeds in exploring at least a couple of the abandoned mine shafts that are scattered around, and I'm not finding any melon seeds here though. So this means that I'm going to have to travel to several different parts of the empire to find where the melon seeds are located, and then set up a melon farm so that I can grow lots of it. And I'm thinking probably some kind of a semi-automatic thing. And of course another issue is track lighting. Now as you can see here, I've placed torches along the side of the track to raise the light level up high enough so that nothing will spawn on the track, because that has happened a few times already. But I'm not sure I like the look of the torches. And so let me go ahead and stop this a minute. What I'm thinking, and I'm just going to kind of throw this together with some planks as just to show the idea. Something here like this, and I would probably use cobblestone or smooth stone to do the actual one. And an arrangement like this, and then on the top of each of these, see, I'm going to throw torches here, but what I would put in actual use is glowstone. Back up out of the way here and get a look at this. Smooth stone, or perhaps stone brick, arranged like that with glowstone on top, halfway between each powered rail, and spaced appropriately on the diagonals as well, the diagonal lengths of track. I'm thinking that glowstone like that should provide enough light to prevent spawning on the track without having to have 11 bazillion torches like that. Now I grant you the torches are cheaper than glowstone, but I think the glowstone looks better. And then for these torches here, I'm thinking perhaps to go ahead and replace those with glowstone as well. And then there's also the possibility of, instead of using glowstone, to use pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns. But still not decided about that, so thinking about it, using glowstone would mean a lot of time in the nether gathering glowstone to provide it, and so on. But you see these dark sections here between the powered rail pieces. They're dark enough for stuff to spawn, because I have encountered quite a few things on this track traveling it at night, and these long diagonal sections are especially dark. And then there's this lighting glitch area where there's a hole in the whole world. That was extra special to ride on. So I'm thinking about that. And I appreciate the input. What you guys think would be the better way to go? Glowstone, jack-o'-lanterns, or what? Meanwhile, I'm going to be stopping by several different bases to find where it is I put the melon seeds, so that I can get a melon farm going. Alright. First place to look is the immediate area around here. And downstairs in the main lobby area of the main base, because I often drop things here as I'm passing through when I don't need them right now. Okay, not there. Nothing here. Alright, let's use the shortcut through the nether and see if I have any stashed down at the Gizmos Island base. Probably none in here, but there is glowstone and glowstone dust. So I'm going to bring that along. That can be moved over to the ice castle. I doubt I would have saved any here. Pigman, you are not authorized to be here. I'm going to grab these torches while I'm at it. Alright, take our nice little impressive looking ride over to the Gizmos Island base and see if there's any melon seeds there. Okay. No, nothing there. Nothing there. Wait a minute. Some gold nuggets. Go ahead and grab those. And doggone it, I really wish my aim would improve. There's some sugar cane in there that needs to go back to the ice castle as well. Let's see what's here. No melon seeds. Plenty of red mushrooms, 48 brown. You know, speaking of mushrooms, this whole thing with the... Oh boy, that's been a while. Food stacks now. The thing about the mushrooms is that it's all fine and dandy with the giant mushroom thing, but I don't really appreciate the way that those changes made the semi-automatic mushroom farm pretty much useless. Alright, nothing here, and I know there isn't any stored in any of these chests. Okay, I guess now it's time to head over to the country estate and see if there's any stored there. To continue with the shortcut through the nether thing, because while that minecart ride through the main world, through the real world, if you will, is pretty good. I like it. I enjoy it. It is time consuming. It's a longer ride, and taking this little walk through the nether is a lot quicker when you just want to get somewhere and get something done. Which is why my travel and eventual minecart network will extend through the nether just as much as it does through the real world. There. That's a whole lot faster than a 5 or 10 minute minecart ride. Main lab or whatever it is, here would be where it would be kept, if anywhere. Let's see. I'm going to grab the glowstone as well. Melon seeds. Excellent. And a whole bunch of brown mushrooms. So I'm going to take 3/4 of them, I think. And there. Gunpowder. I'm going to need gunpowder. But that's not enough. Okay, so head back down this way through the nether. Stop at the main base and pick up some gunpowder at the main mob tower, the original one. And then head back out to the ice castle. Okay, I'm just gonna head this way and use the underground, get down to the main mob tower storage area and load up a bunch of gunpowder. And speaking of mob tower, I certainly hope that this bug where the mobs stop moving when you're more than about 30 blocks away from them gets fixed, because that kind of ruins most mob towers. Well, that should be more than enough for now. All right. Now I'm going to head back over to the ice castle and let's see if we can get some potion stuff set up. All right. Stop here just a moment. And I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of pieces of glowstone up on here. Just to get an idea what this will look like and if it will in fact provide enough light. I'm thinking it should. Alright, and now to show that, kick off some of these torches. Alright, and now get the ones on this other side here. Not sure how good that's going to be lighting wise, and frankly this arrangement should be actually counted out to be halfway between the powered rails, which means it should actually be about here, roughly speaking. And let's see. Well, it looks pretty decent. It'll look better with stone brick, I think. I don't know, might have to put 2 of those between each powered rail section. So we'll see. I'm going to leave it as is for right now, as I want to get this melon farm going. But that's a rough idea. Okay, I'm going to get in here and head up to the shack, sleep till day, and we'll get started on a melon farm. Alright, got everything together here. And now get something of a piston-operated melon farm going here. And I think just going to put it right in this area here. Well, wait a minute here. Let's fill that hole in. Given how thin the ground is here, maybe this isn't the best place. Alright, we'll just move over here. Up here ought to be good. I'll just level this off. Alright, this will work fine. Okay. Need a trench here for the water. And actually that should only be 8 blocks long, but the best way to find out the right length is just go ahead and drop water on one end of it. Okay, good. And now I'm going to pick the water back up temporarily. And I'm going to do a little something here. Just on this side to start with, but I'll eventually duplicate it on the other side. Is an arrangement of pistons down here to make harvesting sort of semi-automatic. And what I've got here is some sticky pistons. Put them down here facing up. And then dirt blocks back on top of them. Okay, and I need to... Okay, I'll need a hoe in a minute, but, well, yes, I need to go get the hoe. Preferably without falling in the hole in the ground. You know, the one that I should have covered up a long time ago and didn't. One hoe, or as I've heard it called, a tilling device. Okay. Another consideration here is that given the climate here, the water source is going to have to be covered. So that will serve for that. And I'll be putting fence around this thing to keep it from getting